I'm here with Daddy.
Daddy's looking good.
You're my hero.
I didn't know you were a dick yet.
Very similar to golf, radio DJ.
This is my fourth wall. This is my Fleabag camera. I can't really wake up before 7 unless it's for overcompensating.
And you have some exciting news about that.
We're doing season 2.
Like, are you thick? Like, your son's gay. And today I say, why are you watching?
Yeah, and I've been thinking about the Oregon coast a lot lately.
Terrified.
Do the dogs become really important?
Yeah, I think.
With Lil Bob.
Well, any excuse to wear a wig. That's the face of Balenciaga. Do you guys get that? Hey, he's no Trey McDougal.
No,
Chill,
no, of course
relax.
not, but
we shouldn't be allowed to podcast.
No, we shouldn't.
What are we even doing?
What are we even doing?
By the way, ladies and gentlemen, this is What Are We Even Doing? And we're here with Benny Drama.
I'm here with Daddy.
Bless your heart. And we just heard some really, really good news we're going to get to.
Yeah.
So, as you know, we are interviewing actors, creators, all type about their world, their creative world, how they use social media, what's happening. We get weird together in a good way. And today we have, and I'm going to do a proper introduction, brilliant comedian, writer, actor, podcast host, Idahoan.
Oh, yeah.
And there was some
say
debate,
that first.
Idahoan.
They say that before actor.
Yeah, of course they do. Of course they do.
Yeah.
And my on-screen biological son.
Yes, blood relative.
Yeah. Almost, only because you're from Boise and I'm from Yakima.
Yeah.
And we can talk about the
There's a
similarities.
relation somewhere.
There is definitely
There
a
has to be.
crossover there. I am happy to be here with you.
You're my hero. I'm so happy to
Bless your
yeah.
heart. Bless your heart. So
We
listen,
do podcasts together a lot. This is kind of our thing now.
I think it could be.
I love
because we
it.
did the one for A24.
Yeah,
of course,
explosive.
And talked. Yeah.
Yeah, it was.
it
I
was-
loved it.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Talking about overcompensating.
So fun.
And you have some exciting news about that
I do.
that I think we can share.
Yeah. We're doing season 2.
We're going back.
We're going back, Daddy. Oh! There's 100 people here.
Yes. Yes.
This is in
gonna
front of a
have
live studio audience. I'm
Yeah.
so excited because I started to tell you a few things I wanted us to do, but
Yeah.
I was just saying, like, you don't want to fall in love too much with storylines and stuff. I'm like, please just let this happen.
Yeah.
So now I'm just like,
Yeah.
I'm a nightmare to have dinner with right now because I'll literally in the middle of a story, I'll be like, so then Carmen's trying to get Benny's skinny jeans off.
Right,
and they're
right,
just
right.
like, cool, you're not here. It's like
You're already writing. You're in the writer's room.
just
You're already
ready.
working.
I
working,
gotta
working.
get it out of
This
my
is good.
system.
Are you going to stay here and do the writer's room here in LA? What are you gonna do? Yeah.
We
Okay.
do.
Yeah.
I think we're going to do a little bit in New York because
Okay.
a few of the writers are there. Wally and Mary Beth
Right.
are doing the room with me as well.
Okay.
So, which would be so fun.
Great.
But we do it on Zoom. Which
Oh, that
is
works.
Yeah. So we I think we're going to do a mix of in person and Zoom this time.
Okay.
Last time it was just Zoom, which I think was good for me because I had never done a room before. So I was like, I needed to
Yeah.
fidget with things.
Yeah.
I was so
Yeah.
nervous.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I was with like peers and people I've like looked up to. And
Yeah.
you just get so now I'm ready.
You seem to me like you handled yourself really, really well. I mean, and that's, of course, watching you during the filming when I was there and just how you handle everything and just, like a pro.
That is
You know.
so nice to hear you say that because when you came in, I have never been more nervous. And the first scene we did was you in my room changing,
Yes.
like where you put on my
Yes,
clothes.
yes,
And I
yes.
remember just being like, I had this really weird moment where I find this all the time where it's like hearing your voice is what really freaked me out the most. It's like
that's
hearing
wild.
your voice and Connie's voice. I was
Right,
like,
right.
they're
Oh.
actually here.
Oh,
That's
yeah,
what-
yeah.
And I just was
in
like
the flesh. Oh, my
fully
God.
dissociating mid-scene. And then also I have the thing too where then I just start to watch. Like it's so fun because you've written the words and now you
Right.
get to watch.
Right.
It's you. Like,
they
are
come
you
alive.
kidding? Kyle MacLachlan's doing it.
That's
and
funny.
I'm kind of like sitting back. I was like, oh fuck, I'm in the scene with him. Okay, yeah. I did that at the dinner table scene.
You got to pay
too.
attention. You're like,
yeah, I was like,
oh, yeah.
shit, I have to
That's fun.
engage with you. Sorry. Yeah, but oh my
I
god.
love an audience. And that was fun too, the dinner scene. Oh my God. Well, what you had written was so perfect. I was just like, I'm going to take this as far as I can.
The way you did, and I wrote that with Scott King, and that is one of those scenes. And he had known Connie for they had worked together.
Oh,
before,
I didn't
and
know.
so-
Okay, that makes
So
sense.
it was just like, and you were our dream cast. So it was like I think that was one of the easiest things to edit. Like that was one of those things where also the first time I watched it was what is on screen
Yeah,
now. Like
yeah.
it was just like
Made sense.
that scene is and with the lights and we played with the light flickering
Yeah,
a lot
yeah,
in
yeah,
post. And
yeah.
the
The
one part I
retainers
broke, and I'm so bad, I break in every scene, but with the
Dipping the routine.
What are
Stuff
they
just
called
kind of
again?
happens.
Invisalign.
Like Invisaligns. Invisaligns. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. It's just like, I mean, that was such a brilliant idea. I don't know. You have these things that you lay in.
experience. I had so many friends' parents who were all doing Invisalign at the same time.
Okay.
And I
okay.
don't know why, but it was
Okay.
like, I think maybe for their kids' weddings, they were all like, I'm getting straight teeth.
getting
my
ready.
parents did it, and then Mary Beth had done it randomly, and then I think maybe her mom had done it, like an assortment of parents. So I was like, let's give him Invisalign.
Yeah.
And I thought maybe I assumed you were the best. I didn't know you were a dick yet, but I was just like, I think he'll be down. And then
Right now, you're like,
day
oh.
one in the trailer, you were like trying on my Invisalign.
Yes,
I was
I'm
like,
so excited. It's how I'm going to talk. It was
Yeah.
good. It just informs the character so much. Those little things that you lay in,
I love to hear that.
really support the character, what you're doing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And take and just make it very easy. So I was nervous the first day too. I'm walking in. I'm like, I got to take my shirt off now. And I'm like, okay, I'm a man of a certain age. Here we go.
I got it
you
from my
know.
daddy. Daddy's
Like,
looking good.
Okay, he's doing
Yeah.
the best he can.
No, in the take, I should have gone, shit, Dad, you look good.
All right.
That 1 mile up and down the block, you ate that up. Oh, yeah, no, I can't. We kind of threw you into the deep end there, but you were fantastic.
Loved it. I loved it. And I love working with Connie.
She is so.
I had not worked with her before. I mean, I knew who she was, of course, in her work.
Unbelievable.
She has that rare quality where I can't tell if she knows that she's funny or what she just is.
Oh, it's so.
You know?
It's like, that is such a perfect way of describing her because I think she, maybe in the back of her mind knows, but I think there's something where she like knows she has the power in the scene.
Yes.
Because I always felt that. I'm like, it doesn't feel like someone trying to be seen by the camera in a way.
Right.
And I felt the same way with you. It's just like, it's there, which I think is a tendency in comedy is like, I have to make sure the camera sees the bit I'm doing.
Yeah.
Whereas I feel like in every take with both of you, you were doing such different things. And that was so exciting
It's
to me.
interesting you say that because
Yeah.
I think when I first started, I was like much more aware of the camera and much more aware of like matching things and is it catching everything. And then as I kind of got older and went through things, I was like, you know what, more and more it's about like trying not to show, just to be the thing and not even the camera's like it's going to get what it's going to get. You know,
The play of it. Like watching both of you play because she has that crazy monologue out with the dogs.
Yeah.
And she also, chow chow puppies are not relaxed.
They're not nice.
They're not particularly sweet.
No.
Sometimes the chow chow community is going to come for me.
Yeah.
You see my trauma from having a podcast.
big
I'm like,
red
I
X.
love chow chows, by the way. But watching her do that, there was no take that was similar. I mean, she just like, and the way she would riff, and also she has this line where she's like, and it was one of my favorite lines to write because it felt so like what my mom would say. She's like, I didn't want to do J. Jill because it would ruin it. Like I didn't want to ruin it for me. So I did J. Crew Factory. And just her saying that, she kind of threw it away. And I was like, God, she's brilliant.
She's so smart.
Yeah.
I want to ask you about growing up in a small town in the Northwest.
Yeah.
Because we share that. You're from Boise, Idaho.
Yeah.
I'm from Yakima, Washington.
Yeah.
I think the two towns are very similar. It's just kind of was Napoleon Dynamite shot in Boise? Was that set?
It was. It was in, I think, Rexburg, Idaho.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I've described it as this, and now everyone around me is like, sure, I guess that makes kind of sense. But we grew up with the Sawtooth Mountains go through Boise.
Beautiful. Yeah.
And so every morning, like at the end of my drive, like I could see the mountains where we would ski in the winter.
Yeah.
And it helped me with direction. So everywhere I go, I know
You're
based
looking
on,
for-
I find my mountain and then I know where I am.
Yeah.
So nothing else in my personality would make it seem like I'm good at directions, but I'm actually good. And I think it's because of growing up with a view like that or having
I think I agree with you.
the,
Points of reference.
Exactly.
Yeah,
But,
yeah.
like, this is my compass.
We didn't have any mountains that were close. We could see the Cascades from a distance.
So pretty. Wow.
And we could see some of the mountains, like Mount Rainier or Mount Adams. We couldn't see Mount St. Helens, but there was a few that we could see. And so that's the way you got I got my, remember where things are. You know what I mean?
St. Helens.
But Sawtooths those are some,
They're beautiful.
yeah.
That's why I think sometimes people think Idaho flat or Midwest. No hate to that.
No.
Love you.
Yeah.
But it's this is my fourth wall. This is my Fleabag camera.
Oh, yes.
Right here. Which is yours? Is yours right there?
Fleabag camera.
It's just like, I'm like, it's so funny that you're thinking of Idaho is like, because to me, I'm like, it's mountains, mountains and, but Mount St. Helens is so funny. My grandparents flew over it 5 hours before it went off.
That's where that gives get the hair on the back of your
I know,
neck
it's
go
same.
up
And
a
I
little bit.
grew
Like,
up with
that's crazy.
hearing about Mount St. Helens. That was like,
Yeah, that's crazy.
My family all golfed, so we were like driving around a lot. So I was
Yes.
always in Washington
Yes.
and
Did
Seattle.
you golf?
definitely.
Wait, did we talk about this?
So
Because I grew up on the golf team in high school. I wasn't. I wasn't
See,
very.
all my siblings did. But
Okay. No. You had football.
I did football, and then when I was in college, I did radio DJ. So, but all my siblings played college golf.
Very similar to golf, radio DJ.
Well, of course.
Because,
it's like it's either if one doesn't work, you have
to. Okay.
Golf was tricky for me. I'm not
patient.
Yeah, so
you're a perfectionist.
Yeah, and also exactly. Like I remember I was doing it one morning and I probably was like 9. This guy was keeping score and he was like the dad of one of the kids I was playing with. So like, I don't know. They just all bothered me.
Yeah.
And I got like, it took me 11 shots to get out of the sand trap on this one hole. And then by the end, I was just so fucking pissed.
Yeah.
And the guy to me was like, you know what's great about golf is that you have the next hole and it's just a wash. Like it's just all new. And I was like, yeah, that's really cool. You're still going to count that 15 I just got on that last hole, right?
Yeah.
And then I was just like, I shouldn't play this. Like, so my parents put me into track instead in the spring.
Oh.
I could do a 100-meter dash, and that would be,
But that was
football
good.
and track.
Yeah, that was good. Those are the classic sports in high school.
Of course.
I know. Golf was not cool when I was in high school. It was not cool.
See, it kind of got, like, I remember my siblings, it being kind of, it was the Tiger Woods-ification of golf at the time.
That was when it was good. Now it's kind of gone back, I think, into some other...
I don't know what it is. I don't know if I'm allowed on courses anymore, but I love taking a whack at it. Every now and then.
So that's high school. Did you do sports in college at Georgetown, or did you?
No, I was the first in my family to not play a sport, but still, like, I mean, I've always kind of been like a semi-gym guy. I love like
you train.
I was maybe going to do like a running team or a running club. They kind of really scout intensely for crew on those East Coast schools for sure. So I thought about that, but I can't really wake up before 7 unless it's for overcompensating. I got to be on camera if I'm going to wake up before. Yeah.
But you didn't row in Boise, right? I mean,
no. Oh yeah, could you imagine?
I was going to say
in the tub.
Where did you row?
There are no at the YMCA. It would have been probably a little tricky in Boise. We would have had to drive to like Ketchum or McCall, Ketchum. Well, actually, no, there's no lake in Ketchum. So I'm gonna get red for that. McCall. I haven't been home in a while. Sorry, Mom and Dad. Oh, people love to say that to me, and I'm like, sometimes I don't know. Yeah, I think I was just at movie theaters.
I love it. I just love the Northwest. I do. I really. I mean, it's a certain vibe to it, and it's a. There's a scent and a smell and a look and a feel, right? I'm really excited about the news about coming back. This is going to be great. I think we have one of the great father-son relationships, and there's more.
I'm so glad
to mine that's coming.
Yeah.
You know what I mean about that relationship.
Yeah. Like almost Connie got more of the emotional beats in this season, which I think does make sense for a lot of these experiences of, when people come out. I think moms have a different relationship to it than dads in a way.
Yes, I agree.
I've just been rereading this book, The Velvet Rage, which is kind of about this experience of being in the closet and as you come out and how that manifests in different ways for you, and how it, I think, kind of changes who you are. And it talks about that too, the relationship between parents. And so I think, looking into season 2, I'm excited for also their more emotion, I think. Confusion.
I'm curious about the journey. I'm looking forward to the journey. Because I think at the end of the day, this person is your flesh and blood, right? This is your son or your daughter.
Yeah.
And that supersedes everything.
Of course.
You know what I mean? There's nothing, whatever they're going through, whatever's happening, you find acceptance. You find a way to understand. You work towards that if you're having a difficulty, if it's not just immediate, because that can't be denied. That relationship can't be denied. So I'm curious to find out how my character sort of finds his way to connect with you.
It's also, I'm now having, this excitement with writing season 2 of, like, I get to write for you. It's like the dream before of, and now I get to know that it's Wally.
Yeah.
Or know that it's Mary Beth for sure. And
you have
I think that's what's so
a
exciting.
voice and a look and a feel, and kind of where to go.
And a confidence with you now. It's like that is so exciting to me that I'm like, I know you, and I know also in being on set with you, I'm like, what would be like fun and enjoyable as an actor to get to do with you and play. But I think I had told you it's so interesting. It's like parents go through this journey, and then at the other side of it, they're like wearing Pride merch.
Yes.
And it's just like, that's so funny.
I can see that happening. It's just like, now it's like a sport. Yeah. Let's get into this.
I have the North Face Pride merch, which my dad does, and he looks great in it. I'm like, hell yeah, King, like light that up. He's like, check it. I'm like, I love the rainbow. Yes. Fabulous.
Yes. All that's going to awaken, which I think is really fun.
And just like, about. I love doing bits with, just you having bits, and parent bits are fun to just
Oh, and I'll
I
lean
could
in. I
pitch.
lean to dad bits. You know me.
It's so
like,
fun.
yeah,
And I want to see the J. Crew factory with Connie.
that would be fun too.
I really want to. We got to find a mall.
Well,
You know.
and I do, and I actually love that relationship too. I love the fact that I think you really believe that we're parents
Yeah.
that have been together for a long time and, gone through all sorts of different things. And, we're
Yeah.
connected, we're together, but we're also doing our own thing. And,
And now we're all gone. So it's like,
Yeah.
I think that, we were talking about it in the writer's room. Everyone kind of had different stories of when they left and what their parents, how that affected their parents' lives
Yeah.
because they were like, well, they've just given 18 years to being so focused on you.
Yeah.
Now they're trying to re-find out who they are without you in the house.
Yeah.
And then almost coming back together and re-meeting each other
Yeah.
as like not parents, but as like partners,
Yeah.
which I think is really
I think
inspired by that.
I think that's really true. In fact, my wife and I are facing our son's he's in a senior year. He's just started the senior, so
Yeah.
1 year and he's off somewhere.
That's crazy.
We only have one, so it's
Yeah,
like,
that's a little. I'm not going to terrify
do
you.
the dogs become really important?
Yeah, I think. Oh, the dogs. My mom is. Oh, absolutely. The dogs become huge. Absolutely.
Oh my God, which is we're on that.
My dogs smell better than any human I've met. Like it's explosive.
Well
like I go
taken care
home and, just the coats on those Goldens are. We didn't do Goldens, so Goldens would have been easier. So
Right.
then Scott King, our showrunner, loves
Right.
chow chows, so that's
Yeah.
why we did 12 chow chows.
I was like going, really? Want to go into Chow Land? Okay.
Well, it's one of these. Okay,
mean,
so
like,
going to Chowland.
yeah.
Okay, clip that. But there was
that.
Yes,
I
our
love
first iHeart.
Okay.
Clip that.
Yeah,
But
okay.
that's one of those things where you write in a script, and this is something that it sounds like. So I feel very lucky that this is true. But you'll write something in a script, and you've read it so many times you don't even really read the stage direction anymore.
Right.
So I kind of forget sometimes. But then obviously a production designer, everyone is like, well, this is what's in script, and like we want to
Yeah.
make the world come to life
Yeah.
as like the writers have written.
Yeah.
So it would be something like that where all of a sudden they're like, yeah, and you wanted this girl to have a service dog that was a poodle, right? And I'm like, yeah. And they're like, well, we've looked all over Toronto. We found one. And I was just like, oh my God, I feel so bad. I'm like, we could have easily cut
It's like
that.
your
I'm
wish
so
is
sorry.
their command. It's
Well,
like,
I'm just
okay.
like, oh my, they're like, yeah, this is the word. And I'm like,
Yeah.
oh my God, I just didn't
How
even.
much time did you spend?
Yeah, exactly.
How
I'm
much
like,
did it cost?
How long did it take? Shout out Josh, who found those chow chows for us. I think that took a really long time to find chow chow puppies that were okay to be filmed.
Yeah.
And be handled by an actor.
Yeah.
Like it was so.
Yeah.
Next time I'll
Thanks.
be maybe a little.
Thanks, Benny. Yeah.
Yeah. If you have any requests, I'll put them in. You'll
we're
get
gonna
them.
go. We're gonna do it. We're gonna do it. Well, I want to talk a little bit too about because we talk about overcompensating a lot, and I'm very excited about that. We're gonna shoot in Toronto, or do we know?
I don't know. Campuses are hard. Shooting on campuses is tricky. So trying to figure that out and
Especially
when we would do
during
it.
during this if it's
School
gonna be
year.
School year.
Well, we had one night that was so. It was one of those things where then after you just feel like this is so cool that this is like really happening. But we were shooting on campus with me and Wally, and we were doing a golf cart sequence, and then this one where we're walking, and I say that I'm super picky with girls, and then I ask her, and she's like, I'm not picky at all with guys. And we look up after a take because we kept hearing like people talking. We were like, what? And there was like a high school camp that they had within the dorms in there. It was an entire row of these like high school boys filming us and filming her. And I was just like, yeah. We should probably do it on a closed campus. So like this feels. I still get tagged in those videos, and I'm like, that's
like there you go.
That was a private
Well,
scene.
that's the problem. Having a successful show, you're gonna be highlighted. So, but you've done some really fun characters too. So I was not familiar with these characters when we worked together, but I looked into some of them.
That's scary.
I don't think that you're doing these anymore, but
it's been a while.
Deliverance Richards is one that I got a kick out of.
She would love you.
Yeah,
she'd love to sell you a vineyard.
I'm all in.
She's got to. I miss her a lot. I really do miss being Deliverance.
Yeah.
She was. She is kind of just me. I think.
Just free association, going crazy,
just going to town. I
loved her.
I did her because I was looking for a place, and I kept meeting with different realtors, and every single time I found that a few of them I met with, anything I said they went with. And then so I would be like, yeah, I really liked it, and they're like, isn't it the best? And I'm like, yeah, but this one thing, I'm not loving. And they're like, right, like I would never fucking live there. I'd kill myself before it. And I'm like, okay, do you like it or not? I'm like, wait, should I not get it then?
Right.
And and the outfits and the selling sunset era.
And the fingernails, I remember the whole thing.
I love having,
Yeah.
I wear like gloves and stuff. I wear like little hats. I did a pregnant belly at one point just because I was like, I think she'd be pregnant and
Why
still
not?
rocking this. You know, so she was fun.
That was one of my favorites. Jenny, the TMI hairstylist, scared me.
She'd love to give you a cut.
Yeah, I bet she would. I just don't know.
She'll give you a dye job.
I would just be like, I'm a deer in headlights. I'm like, oh no. Was there one that you were like, oh, this is close to me? Just one of the characters that you created.
Oh my God. You know what's funny? Actually, one of the first characters I did was Haley, who became the character in the show. Played by Holmes so brilliantly.
Right.
One of the most talented people
Yeah.
I've met, and that was something where we had done a stand-up show together like 2 years prior to shooting.
I think that's what they said. They said that's how you met.
We met, and backstage it was at the Elysian Theater, and it was very kind of this like small little backstage that they have, and it was like immediately foreheads touching. You know, we're in the corner just like talking to each other, just throwing up in each other's mouths. And then she had this incredible set, and I was like, God, she's good. And then when we were auditioning people, she read for Carmen. And Scott King sent it to me, and he was like, wow, she's like incredible.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh my God, what? And I said, get her on tape for Haley now.
Yeah.
I have never laughed like that. And I love that character so much because it was like this first character I developed.
Yeah.
You know, initially she was a character that I had where it's like a girl who just got back from abroad. And then I kind of used her for a bunch of different things like that. And this kind of, I think like bat out of hell that arrives at college was so, I mean, writing that part is like a gay man's dream.
Yeah,
and
the
having
way
someone
she
like
did
Holmes
it.
come in.
Yeah.
It's just, and you know what? The way she did it is that she believed everything she said. And like, I think that's why people have responded so well to it. It's because, you know, she came in and she was, you know, it's like what you're saying where some things just inform the character. She was just like, she is so loyal. She's obsessed with Carmen. Yeah. Like she might even be in love with her. And I'm like, I love this. Yeah. Like this, she just found a reason why all of it made sense to her.
Yeah.
And none of it was what I think some people could read on the page, and also why I think Adam DeMarco was so great. He was like, it's not a bimbo. And she was like, you know, this isn't a bimbo. It's like a kid who wants to be loved and seen and hasn't been seen in the right way. Yeah. And I just
an
incredible.
Absolute truth. Like she can't be dishonest, which I think is such an extraordinary quality.
Absolutely.
And you really feel that through the performance. So
so much more to do with Haley. Oh, she's fun to write for.
She is fun.
And knowing that it's Holmes
I'm
now,
putting in
like,
my hat. I'd love a scene. I'd love a scene with.
I would love that. Haley be like, your son's gay. Wake up.
Yeah.
You know, she like, are you thick? Like your son's gay. Yeah. Like with her pom poms.
Already got the voice.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
What you've done with Overcompensating is the people that you know, your friends.
Yeah.
People that you worked with, that you know within the circuit, the comedy circuit, the drama circuit, are in the show. Yeah. And you brought them and you know them and you bring them and you let them do their thing. Like Mary Beth is a great example. Yeah. I loved working with her so much.
It's so funny that when we did those the photos of the family, anyone who I showed it to, they're like, I kind of get it. They're like, I know who got each feature. I know who's I'm
who's
like,
who.
I was so glad you got to do that. We did episode 7 with the parents, and that you got to see, because that was, I think, such a amazing showcase of why I have always responded to her comedy and think she's so brilliant. Yeah. And that performance that she gives at the dinner table, and even that really sad sequence in the bathroom where she's kind of dressed herself up and her mom compliments it and it feels good, but she doesn't want to show that it feels too good. I just love her in that episode. Was really, for her, it was like we wanted it to be a showcase of, I think, a great moment for Benny, but it was so much more about her and the parents and like finding like this family unit.
See, this is the thing this is what I love. This is why I think you're doing what you need to do, is because these characters have depth. They have other things going on that are, overcompensating. You're covering up something. You understand that. Yeah. And you brought in people that I think really can do that and can groove in that. And Mary Beth is one. She's just, there's, she's got this, there's a sadness in there that I see that she just lets be there, Yeah. Like even that moment when which is one of my favorites.
I know exactly what you're about to say.
Bounding out of the house. I know exactly what you're saying. You're home, my son.
Yeah.
And she's like there, hi Dad. Like, oh hey, how are you? Nice to see
Grace.
you. And I go, and I was like, I want to play it like, oh, he does care, but he cares about his son.
But this is, sorry. The prodigal son has returned.
Yeah, and she's left kind of. There you are.
Yeah. It's interesting too, because I was so excited. I feel like people really responded to that character so much too, and that's what was so exciting. And I think also, you know, this idea of a coldness and that being seen as such a bad thing, especially for women. And I feel like for her to play that and also kind of do that and it be triumphant, that by the end she does get to return to more of like a coldness and a not trying to be what all these people want her to be. That was really exciting to me. And kind of being darker, I think, and moodier, I think was so, and that's what I've always seen in her stand-up too. When I was doing stand-up, I was like running around stage like slapping my ass and throwing on wigs, and she was just standing there with a mic and just like so cold and just
she's got great
sharp
restraint. Great restraint, which I admire so much because I'm not like that. I have a really hard time holding.
What do you mean? Us? Restraint? Yeah, exactly. I'm like, what? I'll always work with friends. I'm doing everything with you. Sorry.
We're done. We're in.
For life.
It's good.
I think I grew up. I mean, mine was I grew up with Adam Sandler movies and then watching like Maya Rudolph and Kristen Wiig and Amy Poehler and watching them all be in each other's projects. I'm like, well, this is who inspires me.
Yeah.
And
crossover.
These are like, I'm like, sometimes I feel like I'm fan first for, you know, with
well, I was going to ask you,
who
do you, I mean, are people you watch, you admire? Are there people that like inspired you? And it sounds like, you know, comedians, you know.
Definitely.
Was there a moment when you were like, this is me. This is what I'm going to do. This is.
I do remember seeing Mrs. Doubtfire when I was really young and Robin Williams and being like, wow. I just felt so much emotion from him, and I think he also carried such like a beautiful, like everything he did felt really emotional, but also just being able to tap into the comedy. And I remembered that as a kid, like really sticking with me and being like, I would love to do something like this. Like he just feels, and all of his films, I think I really like followed them as a kid. And SNL, I mean, when I was in high school, it was the Maya Rudolph, Amy Poehler, Tina Fey, Kristen Wiig. So I just, that to me, I was so... I was like electrified by that. It was like every Saturday I was watching them. And so I think that really inspired me. But I don't know. I didn't say I was a comedian until Mary Beth forced me to before a show. Because I was just like, I don't know, I'm just a guy. But
no, you're a comedian.
Yes,
you're funny.
No, and you're a gay guy.
Come on.
But it was so, So I always loved film and TV, and they were always places where I felt like very safe. And I think I told you, but the first time I saw Blue Velvet was it was called like senior seminar. It was a class I took in high school, and that was, shout out Mrs. Simmons. We watched films for the first time and wrote about them and kind of analyzed them. And that was where I was like, whoa, maybe I would want to study this. Yeah. And at the time I was still in the closet, so performing wasn't really on the menu really until I started to come out.
What were you saying? You're like going up on the stage, it would be like, oh.
I mean, me as Danny Zuko would, people would not have any questions about, They go, okay, they're like, we've been new.
You up and be, I'm football.
Me like, it would have been 2 seconds. So I was like, I'll just do sports and occasionally, you know, run. People would say I run like a girl, which I take as a compliment. I love it.
Listen,
bet your ass I do.
Yes,
why? Hey, and to that I say, why are you watching?
Yeah. Look at this. Look at my form.
What about you? What was do you have like a moment where you were like, oh, that's
kind of a couple actually. Yeah. Because I was more high school. I did the play and I did the musical. It's kind of everybody kind of did that thing. There was no stigma. To do that. It was like some of the cool guys, the jocks were actually in the plays, in the musicals because it was a cool thing to do. Yeah, it was like
Washington.
There you go. We were so, ahead of our time. But I remember doing that and having a great time, and then going to college and going, I gotta think about something serious. I gotta study. What am I gonna do? And I was like, well, I'll take some communication courses, which is like
perfect.
I don't know what that is.
You in a communications course? I gotta see that.
I don't know. I took public speaking, and that was terrible. But I also just took a drama class. Just like, well, I'll just do an acting class.
Yeah.
Fuck, let me do it.
Yeah.
And I was like, that was pretty good. I really enjoyed that.
Yeah, you're like, shit, I'm kind of absolutely incredible at
this.
it's
like, I don't know. I was sort of like, I said,
like, I kind of look like an Adonis and I'm fucking good at
but
this.
I did.
Yeah, this is crazy.
Your words.
Sorry.
But I was like,
that.
Yeah. I can't do this. You know what I mean? But I was like, I was in college. I was so unhappy.
Yeah.
And I dropped out my third quarter. I had pledged Beta. I was in the Beta house as a fraternity. I said, this isn't really my vibe so much, but my dad was a Beta, and I was like, oh, I'll try to do this. And I was like, and I took a quarter off. I worked in a mill, made some money, and that summer I went to summer stock in North Carolina.
Wow.
And that's when I was like, oh, I was watching stuff, and I got to actually be a lead character in one of the plays for one of the weeks that they did it. It was kind of a big deal.
Yeah.
And I was like, basically the director just told me everything to do. He's like, do this, do this, do this. And I was like, okay. And I had a really great experience. I was like, wow, this is really, I feel like something is clicking. But I still was like, I don't know.
Yeah.
I got back to college, and there was a program there that they had that was for repertory theater actors. 3 years training to work, Shakespeare festivals, repertory theaters.
Yeah.
That was going to be it. And I watched what they did. I went to a couple plays, and I said, I think I have to do this.
Wow.
And so I worked really hard to get accepted into the program, which I was accepted. And then I went for 3 years. I was terrible, just terrible, but I was doing what I wanted to do.
Yeah.
And then I started working. And it was like, this is what I'm going to do. I had no idea how I was going to make a living. I didn't even think about that. It was just like I really loved this process.
Yeah.
And so it was like a series of doors opening that kind of made sense.
Sometimes wanting to not want it.
Yeah,
being like,
what was that?
Oh, I can't love this that much.
No.
I'm like, no one will.
Something else
I
has
can't
to happen.
tell someone in the Pacific Northwest I
Yeah.
want to be an actor.
Yeah.
I'm like, they're gonna like. I think a dentist still like. One recently asked my dad like, "Is Ben okay?" Like, they're like, "Is he still trying to do the acting thing?"
It's
It's
we
just
come
really-
from it's kind of rural,
Yeah,
what I
they're
mean?
just like
The
that's just not a
expectations-
job.
No,
so
it's
they're
not
like
a job.
And that was in my head too. I studied I studied English, so I don't know what. I wasn't doing communications or anything, so I don't know like how much more I was.
Communications
still,
is like, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do with communications?
I
What
don't
can
know.
happen with that? I mean,
I didn't even know. That's the thing too. When people are like, "Was there a backup?" and I'm like, I think at the time I was like, I'd love to like help people with music videos. Like I said shit like
Oh,
that.
right,
and they're
right,
like,
right.
"What does that mean?"
That doesn't exist.
Good luck.
Yeah. That was sort of my just in the process, which was, thank God, and I sort of why ask myself, why did I have such a hard time like accepting this? What was clearly something that I was better at than everything else.
I don't know still if I don't think I've really done a play, but I'm dying to.
Oh,
I
it'd be
really want to
interesting.
do one. We should do one.
I read somewhere that you were interested in doing that, maybe.
I think so. I almost did one recently, but then it just didn't work with the show.
Yeah.
But I was really sad to not do it because I was like, that would be, And then randomly, when I was living in Brooklyn, there was a friend who was doing a production of Alice in Wonderland, and they needed a Mad Hatter, and they always had like someone come and do the Mad Hatter, and I almost did, but then I couldn't do it.
That would be fun.
And that would have been fun.
The Mad Hatter, that'd be great.
I mean, I love that.
Yeah.
That's my wheelhouse.
I could see you as a Mad Hatter.
You can?
Oh,
okay,
yes.
good.
Oh,
Or
yes.
like Willy Wonka. I mean, all those kind of like old Johnny Depp ones were really huge.
Yeah.
That Willy Wonka was like, I was him for Halloween. Like that was
Brilliant.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, with a little bob.
kind of-
Any excuse to wear a wig.
Anywhere,
That's,
yeah.
I'm
well,
getting me
you're
back in there.
Courtney, right? Is that the one that has the
Courtney, yeah. I
had
mean,
the bob?
they changed their hair so much.
with the widow's
You can't
peak,
imagine
which
how
I thought
many
was
wigs.
a stroke of brilliance. Whose idea was that? Yeah, that was
The
just
widow's peak was me.
Yeah.
I really started
like
to
the
get
Cruella
into
de Vil type.
exactly. I did start to really enjoy making my face look more and more like person. I just
Right.
found that like somehow my face just felt like it lent itself in makeup to
Yeah.
be, so I was really close. I was like, it just doesn't quite look like her. And then I was like, all right, let me look at her one more time and see what's different.
Yeah.
And then there was a widow's, and I didn't have a wig, so
You're
I
like,
just took a
That's what it needs.
eyeliner and made it, and I was like, we've got it.
It's funny because I was talking with an actor I really respect, and we were talking about process, and I said, where do you drop in to the character? Is there what's the, I got it. It could be those, it could be the shoes that you wear, the shoes, and I've got it, and from there everything kind of grows. And he said, the voice, he said, and I said, that's interesting. And I said, but I think in the process also the look, 'cause I remember doing Mr. C in Twin Peaks: The Return, and I remember we were putting the character together kind of little by pieces and stuff, and then David did like kind of a dirt stipple on my face.
Yeah.
And that I said, I got it.
It is so.
He lives.
It sounds so like actory, but it is that moment where you kind of go, "Oh, I know it."
It's connected.
Like you're just like it's one little thing where you're like, It really can be that.
It
Where
gives
just one
you
little.
but it gives you the.
You just know they're real.
Yeah, it gives you the okay, the door opened.
Yeah.
Now I believe it. And now I believe it until I can make it happen. In the Widow's Peak, I think.
Yeah, it's like Widow's Peak or.
But I love
God,
how you
it's
play with the
so-
face too, with the
voice.
look.
Voice is so interesting to me.
And the voice is good. I thought that was an interesting choice because I said, yeah, that would work. Where do you pitch?
Yeah.
Where do you find it?
Well, Benny, it was so hard because it was like, I am in the closet and some people are believing it and some people aren't. So what is that? How much do we get to play within how deep the voice goes or how masculine I'm, or how thick my neck is. Like I also find posture to be like really posture. And then this sounds kind of, but sometimes it's helpful to think of how a character would have sex. I know that's
right.
Sorry, Dad.
No, it's good.
Dad, I don't want to talk about this in front of you, but it's like season 2 is going to be a lot of this. So we got to get ready. But I think it's like helpful to think of them. Or in a relationship, I think is helpful to me.
Yeah, well, the
I'm like,
physicality.
Exactly. I'm like, how would
character.
they be? That's really,
I think that's brilliant to ask yourself those questions. It's like,
it's helpful.
This or this or this. Because it gives you a picture, gives you a feeling. More importantly, and out of that comes behavior, movement. How you interact with somebody, how you might touch someone or grab someone or just anything like that.
Totally. I had one character where I was like, he would shower before sex.
Yeah. Yes.
And it just like, to me, I'm like, oh, I so get it. Like he's just kind of hell.
I've played characters like that before.
Where it's like, he's just that guy. I'm like, I don't know how to describe it.
Yeah.
Now I kind of get it.
No, that informs everything.
It's just like a little,
informs everything. And I think that's a process or organic process that I think is really, really important.
Yeah.
So, we're excited.
Speak. I would love to draw one on you. I'm going to do that. I'll bring that wig.
I could do, because there was, you remember the Munsters?
Oh yeah.
Okay, so Eddie Munster, the little kid, Eddie Munster had a widow's peak.
Yeah.
And when I was younger, when I had more hair, and my hair was black, literally,
you have so much
hair,
just on the
it's
record,
hanging in.
It looks great.
But when I looked back when I was a kid, I knew who to remind because my son has just got his hair is so thick you can't even see the scalp. It's like that.
God.
And that's what my hair was like,
God
and it was
bless.
jet black.
Yeah.
And it was like there was an Eddie Munster thing happening.
Yeah.
That was good. And then I had a friend of mine who actually even looked like him, also black hair, and so we nicknamed him Eddie.
I'm sure
he
loved that.
So happy. Yeah,
he was so excited. To get that. That God means the world.
What's it for? Eddie Munster, I said. But the Widow's Peak, that's a killer. That's a good thing.
Thank you so much.
That works.
I miss being Courtney. I wonder. I haven't done her in a while.
Yeah.
I'm here with. I wonder if I. There we go. There's always. Do you have the one word? Does that help for you?
Yes.
Yeah, because that's
like if I do walking, it's like, I don't know.
Oh,
I don't know.
No. Yeah.
And then when I did a lawyer, and he was from Texas, and the word for me was snow cone.
Yeah.
Snow cone.
And I'm locked in.
You're locked in. So what was it for Courtney? What was it?
Courtney, I think it was just you. Like that to me was the just going just
right.
And now I have it. Yeah. Kyle McLaughlin, you are just such a tease.
You are so
you crazy guy.
Sweet. I'm a big fan.
Yeah. Well, of course.
Yeah.
I know. Yeah. That's why I'm here.
How could you not be?
Yeah. God, she was fun. I do remember after though. It's like family and friends around me. They were like, "Oh, I still hear Courtney," and I'm like, "Oh yeah, sorry, I was shooting today." Yeah, I was in front of the green screen. I'm losing it.
A little bit. Yeah. And she seemed to be a good sport about it, right? I mean,
lovely.
Yeah. I think it was Dana Carvey said this. I don't know if it's attributed to him, but I said if you want to learn a voice, because he would do Bush, he said you have to hear somebody else do the voice. Mm-hmm. Like maybe an extreme version, and then you learn from them instead of learning from the person that you're going to imitate. Yeah, somebody else has to do it. Then you're like, oh, I picked that up. Yeah, you know what I mean. So it's like maybe you listen to someone who does a really great version, and go that way. So I don't know, but you sounds like you went right from Courtney.
I went to her because I just needed to.
It was also extreme. I mean, it was good.
I think I went pretty extreme because in hearing her talk, I was like, I had one person gave me like a note once, and I was like, yeah, I mean, I am a man doing it, so just like fuck off. I'm like, I think we're okay. This feels like within the world. Who I'm trying to be.
We're bracketing here.
Yeah, just like chill. Okay, we have different chords. Uh-huh. Yeah, I watched that, and then I remember one thing that was hard. Shawn Mendes was kind of tricky for me at first, but I just watched a few interviews, and sometimes it is just hearing how they say one or two words.
Right.
And him saying lovely was really, I was like, I know exactly how to get my voice to sound like that. And that was like the one, it's just, I don't know. But I do think in hearing someone, I think maybe I heard Chloe Fineman do Timothy Chalamet once. And I was like, oh yeah.
He's tough.
He's really hard, but then he's way more physical than... it's more like Yeah, that's fun too. I can see you wanting to do it.
I want to, but I don't have enough. I haven't studied him yet. I mean, I've met him. Such a nice
I know
guy.
you can do it. Oh, I'm
Such
sure.
a nice
Yeah,
guy.
he seems fantastic. But I'm like,
But
yeah.
I like the extreme ones. You know, the walking or the. Dubrando here. But we were playing
Never
earlier
done that.
with.
I should do that.
It's David Attenborough here.
Oh,
and today
yeah.
we're talking with Benny Drama.
Oh, this is fantastic. See where I got it from?
Survive.
Wait, do you get that?
He is in the wild. He perpetuates the ongoing process of
Gay
a
stereotypes.
man at a man at his peak.
Stop.
Truly,
God, I wish David would talk about me like that. Fuck.
he will.
Wow, that was delicious.
But I love that.
That's really good.
But I need an extreme. You know, I have to have the
I have one for you. It's Daniel Craig in Knives Out.
Oh,
There's been a murder. I can't stop saying it.
Oh.
I keep saying it to Mary Beth too, and she goes, "Oh, here's Benoit." But he came into that movie with such a hot take on this Texan accent.
Yeah.
it's breathtaking.
Yeah.
I think about it a lot.
I remember that. I have to watch it again to
Yeah.
get a sense of him.
Well, we should be in one. It seems kind of fucked up at this point.
I think so too.
But I think that's the joy. It's like,
Yeah.
because I thought that too with Parker Posey in White Lotus. The first episode, I was like, oh, I don't know this accent. And then by the middle, I was like, it's just it's a stroke of genius.
Yeah.
Like, this accent is like,
Yeah.
it is such a choice and it delivers.
It was me watching Peter Dinklage in Game of Thrones. I was like, it's not English necessarily.
No, but
what is it?
But fuck yeah.
But I was like, yeah, I'm down.
But
I'm down. Go.
Why not?
Go.
Yeah, great. Yeah.
I love that. We're going to a break, so we'll see you. We'll be back. Don't go away. For this segment, I designed just for you. I've cribbed a bit from you and Mary Beth's segment.
Perfect.
Called Ride.
Yeah.
And this is called Can I Give You a Ride? Question mark.
And I wish you
And
would.
then be careful. Be
I
careful.
drove here, which is not, I shouldn't be allowed.
All right, so you're good. I'm going to give you these glasses. You put these on because I
feels-
don't want you to get any bugs on your eyes.
You want
'cause
me in the shiny ones?
I do.
Whoa.
I like to
speaking
drive
of
fast.
Balenciaga.
Right? Okay. I'm going to list.
Hello.
I'm going to put some on too. Does that look?
It looks good.
What do you think?
Yeah, that's great.
Nice.
That's the face of Balenciaga. Do you guys get that?
No free ads.
Yeah, no free ads. Bleep that.
Bleep that.
And we didn't
They
even talk
gotta
about our shirts. This is I wore this and you wore that, and that there's something
That's
crazy.
That's called
about that.
family.
That's family.
In my
Exactly
head
right.
now, I can't see, but I can.
Yes. Yes.
But I did. I'm gonna close my eyes. No.
Okay. Pick color. Any color.
Oh my god.
I know. It's a
Well,
tough
this is
one.
very red pill, blue pill of you.
Yes.
What's gonna look better with us? To me, I'm blue.
Blue?
You're so
I'll go
red.
red. I'll go red. Okay.
No, I know.
You're gonna
Every
tell
outfit
me
you
if
worn.
you. I'm gonna tell you a few things I ride for, and you're gonna tell me if you.
Yep.
Whoops.
Let me just.
Also ride for them.
You need croquis on those.
This is what I need.
Said
I
like
need
an
croquis.
You knew that.
I need
Yeah,
croquis
exactly.
when
You
I-
know that term, right?
I was in the yard sawing up some bamboo and sweating, and they kept falling
Hate when
off
that
my
happens
head
when I'm sawing bamboo,
Sawing bamboo.
in my backyard.
All right, I'm gonna go with.
I might have to take that for season 2. I was sawing bamboo. In the backyard.
I'm ready. I'm gardening in the backyard.
Yeah.
Okay, we're gonna ride. See if you ride with me, whether it's
Yeah,
carpool
I'm
or not.
gonna.
Okay, you ready?
Yeah.
Here we go.
To me, it's like, yeah, this is.
Okay, good. And we're kind of moving. Remember how you do with shots, like if you have to do driving scenes?
So I've only booked things I've written for myself.
Oh,
so I don't know.
Here we go.
I don't really. I haven't done that, but I'm dying to do that.
A driving scene?
Yeah.
Oh, let's do it.
It's hard to. Yeah.
Because it's a good place for conversations.
Like a parent in an Uber is so explosive. You know.
I'm up for
Feels
that.
so. Yeah.
Okay, I ride for wearing indoor shoes outdoors.
Oh yeah. I absolutely. I slap on an UGG and I rip through.
Yes,
Yeah. I
slipper.
love that.
A slipper UGG.
Little bear paw if you're getting nasty.
Oh,
I think that's
good.
fantastic.
Yeah, I love
What's
that.
the shoe of choice?
I like the UGG. I think your suggestion was right. Perfect. Fuzzy inside. Has to be a slippery, fuzzy inside.
Would I then wear them into like a bed or put them on the couch? Probably not.
No, you bring them inside, but you could wear them inside, depending on what you walk through on the outside. Sometimes you just leave them at the door.
Oh, I love leaving them at the door.
Yeah,
A little clog.
I
Come on, deal with it.
I
That's
ride for
fantastic.
gardening.
So I'm glad you do. I personally don't, but I love that you do.
Wait, so you grew up in Boise, but there's no gardening?
Well,
I just thought it was a thing you did in the Northwest.
like kind of my mom does. Like my mom
okay.
loves her garden,
All right,
and
but you
I
didn't
leave her
follow.
to it.
Yeah, I got you.
I think I just plants see me coming and
They're like,
they
no.
get a little thirsty. Yeah.
Don't
yeah.
mess with them. Okay.
But I do. I love the thought of you out there, and I love going to someone's garden that they're really proud of.
Good. We'll have you over
beautiful.
for sure.
Having little tomatoes, a little blueberry.
Yes.
Why not?
Yes. Controversial take, but I ride for Steve Brady.
Okay, sure. I think that's fantastic. From Sex and the City.
Yeah.
That's who you're. For a second, I thought, is that an athlete? Steve Brady. 100% I ride.
Okay.
I think he's fantastic.
Excellent.
I think I recently told Kristen that I thought, he's a 10.
Okay. Very
Yeah.
good.
Yeah. He's no Trey McDougal.
No,
Chill.
no, of
Relax.
course not. But
I know you're getting
yeah.
pissed.
I mean, he's the
It
ultimate.
got really quiet.
He's the ultimate.
But
you know,
I think he's fantastic, and he's so,
keep your eyes on the road. Keep your eyes on the road.
Well, of course.
Yeah. Okay.
Sorry.
Right.
But to me, I really did like them together. I
Okay.
thought they were kind of a beautiful.
I ride for being silly on social media.
God,
I mean,
Kyle.
come on.
I don't. I want to be really serious.
Yes, you are. Your social media is
I would say
incredibly
it's very
serious.
moody.
Yeah.
More
You're driving a
people
little
should.
fast right now. Slow down a little bit because you're getting
See, this is why I'm not allowed to drive cars. This is me on the turn.
silly on social media.
10 and 2.
Watch out.
Yeah. Oh,
100%.
And yours is.
I love
You
it.
inspire me.
That's nice to hear. Thank
Because
you.
I get sometimes scared of TikTok because I feel like I didn't come up on it. So sometimes I'm like,
Right.
how would
well,
I?
I have a team here. They're absolutely genius, and they help me.
Exactly.
They help. They're my
See that.
guides.
A
my
true
steers.
king.
Okay. I ride for kale.
Oh yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I love.
I mean, you're
kale.
healthy.
Kale, sometimes when I'm eating it, I look up after 2 hours and I think, I'm still eating this. But I do
That's
like
because
it.
you're not full. Kale
It's
doesn't
crazy.
fill you up.
It does, I think it does make me bloated.
But it does gas. Yeah, of course.
Yeah, but I love kale. Kale's great.
Yeah,
Put it
kale's
in a
good.
smoothie. It's
I like kale with a
delicious.
little bit of like a little. I like a salt, oil, a little bit of honey.
Oh, shit.
And tiny bit of balsamic.
And a cigarette.
And a.
Well, you know what I love?
Damn
A
right.
kale Caesar.
Well, Kale is my nickname, from David.
Oh.
Yeah.
I
Right, for
love
Kale.
that.
Yeah, he called me Kale. It wasn't, he wasn't the one who thought of it originally. Well, he
Yeah.
thought of calling me Kale.
Oh, that's
but
incredible.
it was the late producer Dino De Laurentiis who couldn't pronounce Kyle.
Yeah,
So
just
he
Kale.
called me Kale, and David loved that.
Yeah, you think
Yeah.
that's fantastic.
That's it from now on. I'm Kale.
We're driving off a cliff right now, by
We
the
are
way.
definitely
You've
no. We've
completely-
driven off the cliff.
Yeah,
We're
this
flying
is
right
it.
now.
Hold hands like
This
Thelma
is Thelma
and
and
Louise.
Louise.
Yeah.
Thelma and
yeah.
Louise moment.
Yeah.
I ride for the nerd emoji.
Oh, is that the little teeth and the glasses?
Yeah.
So
Perfect.
cute.
Yeah.
Love. I don't know if
Yeah.
I've ever used it, but I love receiving it. I mean, how cute.
Don't know. Because my nerd emoji, or the emoji, I go with, a thumbs up a lot, heart a lot.
Yeah.
I like the emoji with the two, the eyes are kind of squinting closed and smiling.
Oh, I like that.
Like, oh God, maybe that was too much.
I like the one where it's he's kind of like
Oh yes, laughing behind.
because I feel like that a lot. I'm like, oh, life is so embarrassing.
Shouldn't have said that.
But
I did.
But I'm kind of cute here. What the fuck? Yeah.
Oh, here's a good one. I ride for Chow Chows, the dog breed.
Oh yeah.
What's your thought about that?
Huh.
Not to piss off the Chow Chow.
I love Chow Chows. I don't know if I want to shoot with the Chow Chow again. I think Chow Chows prefer to
Very,
be off
very
camera.
diplomatic.
But
I
I,
like
think
that.
they're beautiful dogs. Scott King,
That-
our
yes.
wonderful showrunner, Overcompensating.
Yeah.
He had one named Osito.
Yeah.
And he's such a king. So I love Chow Chows, but Chow Chow puppies,
That's another
I
story.
think, maybe off camera.
Yeah, off camera. Very good, very good. I ride for being a podcast host.
Yeah.
This-
Could you imagine? I go, die, hate it.
Hate it, not happening, no way.
hate Mary Beth. I'm so glad you are one now.
I'm having so much fun.
I know you are. I
I've
can
got to
feel
say,
it.
I didn't
fun
really
being
know
on
getting
it.
into it, but I was like, you know what? I'm actually really enjoying this because I
You're
get
so
to learn,
curious.
and I am curious, and I get to learn and ask questions, and I think that's it. Is that it for our? We only had
did.
8
Those were
podcast
great.
rides. How far
He's
did we
fogged
go?
up.
We know what's coming up for you.
Yeah.
You're going into the writer's room right now, and you're going to write some
into-
beautiful stuff.
I'm going into a K-hole for a bit, and then once I climb back out, I'll have some gifts for you.
I'm so excited.
Me too.
I'm so excited.
honored to be here.
Oh,
I can't
bless
believe
you.
that I know you now.
Yeah, we're pals.
I can just bother you whenever.
You can bother me whenever, except for
Yes.
Never mind. But it's been a real pleasure. It's been a real pleasure.
I'll talk to you forever.
Okay, everybody.
best.
Bless your heart. Love you too. We're in for another season. Thanks for coming on. That's our show. And we're sticking to it. Did we discover what are we even doing? I don't know if we did, but we had a good time doing it.
What are we doing?
What are we even doing?
We're family. We're doing this. It's working.
We're creating.
Whatever we're doing, we're having fun.
We're having fun.
Come
There
on.
you go.
Come on.
What Are We Even Doing is a production of iHeart Media and the Elvis Duran Podcast Network, hosted by me, Kyle MacLachlan, and created and produced by Full Picture Productions. Yay! Featuring music by Yada and artwork by Danica Robinson. For more information about the podcast, please visit our Instagram and TikTok at WAWED with Kyle. Please rate, review, and subscribe to What Are We Even Doing on Apple, Spotify, YouTube, or anywhere you get your podcasts. Exclamation point.